Yo, what's up? It's your boy Luffy Prodigy here to record another video. We have here for you Levels Paradise episode 6 review, and yes, we are keeping up the consistency. We are finally at the exact episode where the anime is at currently. So going forward, we're going to see if we can mix it up a bit and perhaps do some other contents while we're reviewing Hell's Paradise. We don't wish to remain on the same trend, so that is why we'd like to switch it up a bit. But before we get into this video, make sure to like and subscribe. As always, comment down below which other anime series that you perhaps would like to see us review or even theorize as well. Make sure to check out some of our other members, a part of Infamous as well. Check out my personal channels as well. And yeah, let's get into this one. So we finally got some payouts for Sagiri's character. In the first episode of the series, Sagiri was presented as an insightful and analytical powerhouse who could see right through Gabimaru's mask or illusion, while also showing some combat abilities that were virtually on the par with Gabimaru's. However, since the first episode, they seem to have dialed back her character tremendously in a way that feels very frustrating. Considering how the story was going, I was really annoyed to the point I didn't see any justification as to why the Summers were here on the mission. I was utterly convinced that they were weak and that majority of them would die, and I was indeed correct. However, Sagiri showed some promise in this episode. She is still fairly weak, but she definitely has some skills, and that does come for something. The reality is, you don't need to be a complete beast with only brute strength to be classified as the strongest. I would say smart characters who are able to analyze certain scenarios and get their way out of certain scenarios, or even characters who are technically skilled, would still be classified as strong. I like how the story portrays that aspect in this episode. Yes, Gabimaru and Sagiri was physically outmatched, but they were still able to come up with a solid plan to kill the giant. However, it's a overall solid conclusion that highlights Sagiri's strengths without downplaying anybody else. If anything, I like how Gabimaru was handled in this episode, as we've always seen him as this unstoppable badass, but here we see that there are limits to his abilities, and I genuinely believe that he couldn't finish this fight on his own. Going back to Sagiri, she's incredibly skilled and well versed, but she lacks experience in actual combat, causing many people to look down on her. And because she is a female, this causes a lot of backlash from the other characters, thinking she has no business being on the battlefield. Such disbelief was provided from the likes of Genji, who actually died in this episode by the hands of the giant. But I kept saying, like, I like how the story portrays Sagiri in terms of using the likes of Gabimaru to overcome her own dilemma and find her resolve. We can get back to the actual plot of the story now, which involves finding the elusive elixir of life. As it turns out, there's a village on this island filled with people, but what role do they actually play in this island ecosystem? How have these villagers survived up until this point, and are they just as deranged as the distorted religious giants that walk around? So many questions that are currently unanswered, but going forward, I'm looking towards what answer will be provided. The vibes given off at the end of the episode genuinely creep me out. I can't wait to see the show lean more into what aspect is left unanswered moving forward. Now, this essentially concludes the end of the episode. We were offered further insight in terms of how actually strong the samurai is, which I was questioning over the previous episode, which they are not that strong in terms of brute strength, but they are technically skilled to the point that they don't need to be physically strong to kill you, and that is fine. Gabimaru, we saw that there are still limitations and weakness towards its abilities. We discover another aspect of the island, which we saw a few characters, and I don't really wish to get into all that in this episode. We'll cover more of that in the next episode, where we're providing more detail about these characters. So yeah, this has been the end of the review. I'm your boy Luffy Prodigy. If you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure to like and subscribe as always. Comment down below what is your favorite moment of this episode as well. And yeah, make sure to stay tuned for more videos like this. Make sure to stay safe. Peace.